back. This is the Poop Debate. I don't know what episode we're on. I'm your host,
Mr. Retard.
Mr. Poop.
I'm the doctor of poop.
You know, the poop collector, connoisseur. The grand poopa, if you will. So, what do we have today? Let's talk about how shitty high school was.
Okay, we're just going to jump right into it?
Yeah, let's jump right into the topic we already have written down, the only topic we have written down, the only life experience we have.
I mean, I think we have a little bit more life experience than just high school, but...
A year of college?
Yeah, so the only life experience we have.
I mean...
High school. It fucking sucks.
I don't think anyone needs to be told that part.
It's horrible. It's
pretty gay, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is pretty homosexual.
Get up at 5 a.m. and
go
to a class I don't care about.
That's not normal even for like a regular job. I don't know. You maybe get up at like 6 or 7, not fucking 5:45. I
don't know, man. All I know is if it's still dark, you should still be sleeping.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to make
I think another reason why it sucked is because you're kind of just sitting there in the classroom and you're not really doing much. Like you wake up, you eat, you sit there.
I think you should teach a human how to listen before you put him in a classroom.
Yeah.
Like
I kind of wish I had like maybe like more fidgety stuff. If I had that, like...
Fidget spinners and
not like a fidget spinner. Like, you know that retard toy that you have?
Which one?
Down here? It was like, you squish it. And
just
it's like the little guy, and like you pull him.
Do you ever think that maybe you just had like anger issues or you were autistic?
No, I think if I just had that, like fiddling around, it would keep me somewhat in focus. Because like you get some bitch like, okay, so we're going to learn about the equation. Like my mind is already in the gutter.
My mind is already on the ass in front of me. Like... 2 seconds into the lecture.
There's also a lot of distraction too, like
there's
ass
a lot of
and
distraction.
Titty, like,
come on, man, co-ed, that ain't gonna work.
The way bitches used to dress.
You can't be serious. You can't have a woman, a female,
many
female
of them,
girl dressed like that
and bending over, picking up pencils. Like, what do you want me to focus on? Dude?
How am I supposed to focus on my Pythagorean theorem and derivatives if I got that in front of me?
I know you were asking earlier, like, what stuck with high school. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Oh, yeah, I haven't used any of the math yet.
And then the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I think that's it. 4 years of high school, and that's all I really remember.
Like I said, I don't even use MLA format. They drilled that into our heads for all 4 years. And then middle school, too. MLA format.
Middle school, I remember having a much better experience compared to high school.
I was a simp in middle school and high school.
Yes, you were.
I can't credit either of those times as
you
being
were
fun.
Simping hard for that one
Dude,
girl.
Nobody taught me it was not the way. I wish I had
it's not the Jedi way.
That male figure in my life to teach me, hey, you gotta assert yourself if you're gonna go after a female.
You did not assert yourself. You did.
No, I did the opposite, and I was like...
You bent to her.
I was sure it was like the right thing to do. I was wrong.
Yeah. Especially, it was kind of like the... Say what you want. I don't know. You were kind of doing it to the wrong person, too.
Yeah, dude. I mean...
I fucked up.
I realized way too late that I fucked up. I think anyone looking at the situation from the outside could see that it was hilariously stupid and, like, one-sided from the start.
Yeah, especially when you would, like, ditch us in the morning and be like, oh, I gotta go talk with them.
I gotta go talk to the emo girls.
It's simp o'clock.
Honey, it's
4 p.m. time for your simping.
Time for your simping. Dude, I didn't even get any pussy out of that. That's how you know it wasn't worth it, if you don't win in the end.
I think a lot of people got her pussy, though.
I think a lot of people did, and I don't think I was one of them. I think she used me to make other men jealous.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that a while back.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what happens. If you're not the one, getting that, you're just feeling...
You're getting got.
Yeah, you're getting got. That's actually the premise of MC rides get got. I don't know if you knew that. It's about getting played by women.
Really?
No. Seriously, though, I mean, if you're not asserting your own dominance, man, they're just using you to make another dude jealous so they get dick down harder.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would they dress so promiscuously? It's because their
They also dress kind of trashy.
Yeah, I mean, it's because their current guy isn't giving them enough attention, right? So they're getting attention from other guys.
And you gave her attention. You gave both of them attention.
I gave her plenty of attention. Enough attention to make any boyfriend jealous.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what happens when a boyfriend's jealous?
He goes harder.
Yeah, they go harder. So
and you're left in the dust with no cooch.
Oh, yeah, I was left...
Coochie-less.
I was left in the...
I hope it's picking this up.
I desperately... Yeah, that's epic.
We got some good background noise.
Yeah, my cousin's doing his exercise, his daily cardio.
He sings while running, and he sings in the shower.
He's just, a singer at heart. I think he was born to dance, though, honestly.
I was born to dance. I was born to sing.
What are your thoughts on, like, fucking choir kids?
Choir kids were fine, I guess, really. It was more of the theater and band kids that get the bad rap. I think choir people are fine, really.
Yeah.
It just, you cannot deny that there is a lot of stigma and stereotypes stigma and stereotypes with band and theater kids.
Here, I think that choir is overtly gay, while band and theater is just closeted. So,
I mean, I don't know, singing shit, that's not that homo.
Yeah. Well,
he's just singing a tune, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I mean, it is kind of gay, like you have all of them up there like, whoa.
The stereotype behind it is it's a pretty girly activity to be singing.
Yeah, and then
I mean, how often do you see guys doing it, and like in general?
Not often.
Correct. I mean, it's a girl activity.
What's your point here, Michael?
The point is,
I mean, like we have a there's a lot of male people that sing and whatnot. It's
true. What I'm saying though is that choir has this kind of overt.
Is it just overtly feminine?
It seems to be on the outside, just based on like the culture surrounding it. But theater and band, on the other hand, seem to be. I don't know. There seems to be something else going on there.
Such as.
I mean, when you think of a choir kid, you automatically, at least I do, maybe I'm just homophobic, because I just get images of like, fruity guys in there, chicks, and like colored hair girls. But
there's
when I get,
I think the majority of our choir was straight.
Probably.
And then, but I know there's a couple.
But then when
people.
I think band, I think cringe. I think Reddit kid.
Yeah, I have the video of you, Keanu Chungus.
Wholesome Keanu Chungus, of course. But then with like theater kids, I kind of get like a sense of uptightness around them. Like
they think they're all that. They really do.
They think that they're above what they're doing. No, you're fucking amateur actor.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Band kids, like. I don't want to say they're proud of what they do, but theater kids definitely are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they got some stuff to be proud of. I mean, would you want to go out and do a little song and dance routine in front of the whole school?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah, so.
There's something to be said about that.
Going back to band, I don't know. I wish our teacher wasn't a fucking douchebag.
Oh my God.
I wish he didn't hate his life and he took it out on us.
I wish he didn't kind of make me dislike band as much as I ended up doing.
Yeah.
Because once you get out of high school, the whole, I guess, stereotype around band kids disappears.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you were to go...
it becomes like a respected, form of art.
Yeah.
I guess that just comes with maturing out of high school, though.
Yeah. Like, you wouldn't look at, like, a college marching band the same way you look at a high school marching band.
Exactly. Like, the Ohio State marching band is a well-respected, like, fucking group. But a high school marching band is something else.
A bunch of T-posing kids.
Oh, Holy shit, dude. The kids we ran into, you kind of run into the most obnoxious. I don't know why they seem attracted to, you know, performing arts.
I don't know.
They seem to want to, like, put their stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Going back to, like, the people we ran into, it's kind of weird how, like, for, like, every stereotype, like, we had, like, each person, like, we had, like, there's a group of gay kids, a group of, other, just, like, the classic stereotypes, like, the redneck people, the...
Just the groups.
Yeah.
Just the cliques.
Like, everything, like...
I think we had one of everyone in ours. I was a weird token in that regard. That was really weird. But, I don't know, it was fun.
It was. I mean, high school wasn't... Like I said, I think the only really good part was really senior year and just solidifying my friend group. And I think Euro accomplished that.
Oh, yeah. Just having, like, one class that you enjoy really helps.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking...
And just, I think we talked about this on an earlier pod, just, like, doing the shit we did and being able to kind of get away with it and just... That was nice.
Mm-hmm. Just having one class where you can cut loose with the bullshit. And be
I think that's what the band kids have. That's their, like, our AP Euro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's their AP Euro.
They kind of turn band into that.
That's where they go to get loose and just, I don't want to say dick around, but just let loose and do shit, you know?
They're just weirder than us. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in their heads they're normal to each other. And, you know, maybe in, like, a physics lab, that's a normal person.
Yeah.
But, you know, in life, you specialize in that way, and you kind of, you know, gravitate towards that kind of person, and away from us normal folk, and, you know, who live
but
in the daylight.
would you call us normal, though? Like, I don't know if I'd label myself as normal.
I don't know if I'd consider us normal. Like, we're kind of retarded.
Yes.
I mean,
very.
Who starts a pot
in
about
a good
food?
way, though.
Yeah, I mean...
I like my retardation.
I think it's a little, you know, functional.
Yeah.
It's like how sometimes anxiety pushes you to kind of be perfect at shit. You know?
Yeah? No, not really. You might have to elaborate some more.
Okay, so you kind of get... With anxiety, you get anxious about the finer details in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Just like... If you don't make this thing perfect, then all sorts of irrational things and fears will come to light, or whatever. And that's kind of just in the back of your head if you're anxious.
Yeah.
So it, you know, pushes you to make something more perfect than maybe it's possible to make it. I mean, that's the way it is with me in, like, school and college.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's not really like... I'm not really striving for perfection. I'm kind of just living it up, just doing my best. I'm definitely putting in more effort.
Oh, it's nice having to put in more effort in college than I did in high school.
And know that there's an actual, like, payoff at the end.
I mean, granted, the payoff is basically just another piece of paper that lets you do things.
Yeah, but still, like,
there's
the satisfaction I got from getting all A's my first year, I never felt that academically in high school at all.
There's a vision of a payoff, I think, in college that you've kind of made yourself. Because you kind of decided the future for you. Well, you know, the system's kind of dictated your future in terms of where you're going in high school.
Fair enough. And also, I think a big thing is, and I kind of hate to say it, well, I don't really hate to say it, it's just, I kind of hate how it is, but, like, when you see the money leave, you know, like, there's just a lot more, base incentive to do better. Mm-hmm. Because, like, oh, I'm actually paying for this, so I am going to put in my effort, and I am going to do my best.
Plus, it goes back to being more mature out of college. I mean, you now also, with all the work experience you got in high school, know the value of money.
Work experience?
Work experience? Still, you worked more than you did in middle school, didn't you?
I mean, sure.
You got work experience in high school that you didn't any other point in your life.
Fair enough. It's fair.
And that work experience kind of gave you an appreciation for earning shit.
Sure.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
Can you run that? Can you say what you said again if you remember?
Do I remember?
It was like, it gave you something, like a feeling of satisfaction.
I mean, it taught you kind of to appreciate the process of working towards something. Kind of appreciate working for the shit you're paying for.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's what earning your own money does.
I mean, I was just going to say, like, with my job, like, that definitely applies.
Yeah.
Like, incentive to make money and...
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going off of, like, you seeing where the money's going.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like since you're paying for your classes now, it's like
you're paying for your food too. I don't know if you paid for your own food in high school, but that was a big thing for me going into college, was like the switch to now I'm paying for all my meals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think high school, my mom always got, I wish I would have had the same mentality as I do now with packing a lunch instead of just buying the fucking shit that we got there.
Dude,
I feel so bad. Like, my mom spent so much money on just all that crap and garbage.
I wonder how much money I wasted just so I could get
your stupid little fucking...
to get something that tasted good.
Yeah.
That's why I spent so much money. It's because everything tasted like garbage.
Yeah.
Except just the expensive shit you could get at the vending machine. And remember the small-ass portions you would get at the vending machine?
Yeah.
You would pay double for a Pop-Tart and get one Pop-Tart.
Pay double, get one Pop-Tart.
Dude, it was nuts.
Yeah, one Pop-Tart for the price of two.
School lunches were shit, dude.
Yeah. There was a lot of money that could have been spent elsewhere. But, like, paying for my own meals and stuff, I think that kind of just came with, like, paycheck after paycheck. It's just like, oh, okay, I got my... I have disposable income.
Yeah, it was definitely a big step for me getting a job. Just in life in general, that part of my life of getting a job was helpful.
It was... I don't really think it was big at the time, because I've been working at this place for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was big at the time, but looking back, it was big. I'm glad I did what I did, and I'm glad
Dude, I go through a lot of points where I'm just thinking about quitting my job, but I'm glad I got it.
Yeah.
It's cool having your own income, man.
That's another thing, like, with community college, and even you at... I just completely doxed you. They're not going to know what is, are they? No one's even listening at this point. What, we're like 17 minutes in?
Yeah. Keep going.
Keep going. But just like with you, like me, at community college, it's kind of just, saving money. It's the right thing, and you should have disposable income, and I like having a job and getting money every couple of weeks, and it's really nice.
Yeah. And you really get a sense of you earn the shit that you're spending the money on, too.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely like with, your PC, my PC that we just built.
I mean, I built it with my own fucking cash. My first one was all mommy's credit card. So
you suckled so hard on mommy's credit. I remember so many times at the mall. You're like, oh, here we go, mommy's card.
Mommy's credit card. Whatever I wanted to buy for like 3 years.
And
I paid for it. It was cool, dude. It's so nice having everything paid for.
I kind of looked down on you at the time, but I think now it was
I could even tell from your tone of voice and everything that you said that you did.
Yeah. I think now it was kind of, if I'm going to be honest, it was kind of just a little bit of jealousy. Like, I don't have mommy's credit card. But it's like, it is what it is. I have my own credit card now. I got my own money. And
Yeah, I had mommy's credit card, but what was the cost? I have zero appreciation for everything I buy.
Yeah, really.
That's what comes.
It's like, did you really deserve it?
It doesn't feel like I do, or anything I bought with that. It doesn't feel like I deserved anything. There was no satisfaction. It wasn't my money.
It wasn't earned.
Yeah. You got to put in like a certain amount of work for anything.
Yeah, like I think with COVID, working through all that. I mean, we were still going. Like with my PC, it definitely feels earned with what I put in, with all the extra money I made, with just the non-stop work, really.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said about people who just don't take a break from work. It's respectable. I couldn't do it. Like, there's some people who just need to work to be sane. I can't work like that. I need some fucking downtime.
Yeah,
a great amount of downtime.
I don't know about a great I think it needs to be balanced. Like, you should work as much as you, like, jack off. I not mean like mash.
Work as much as you jack off.
That'd be a lot of working.
That's a lot of work, man. I don't know if I can do that.
But like work, say, I don't know. It's a really simple point what I'm trying to say. I just can't fucking word it. For how much downtime you have, you should work that amount too. You know.
Mm-hmm. Kind of even it out.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. I don't know. That's fair. But a part of me is like lazy too and wants to have more downtime than having to work.
Mm-hmm. But I think when you sacrifice that downtime for more work, you appreciate. This is definitely for me. Like when I like, oh, you know, I could not go in today or whatever. Like, would take these couple of days off. It's like if I don't and if I just work and sacrifice the downtime, I'm a little bit more appreciative. Like I know my check is going to be more or kind of the same, and it's just.
I feel like there's more that goes into my feeling of, you know, satisfaction at the end of the day than how much actual work or how much money I made through work that day. I think how much, I mean, part of it is schoolwork now. How much productivity overall have I done throughout the day to make this downtime worth it? Have I done...
Oh, I see, yeah.
Have I made enough money? Have I, you know...
Have you worked hard enough?
Have I cleaned enough shit in the house? Does everything look nice enough? Like, all that. Are my grades looking good? If all of that is taken care of, then it's a good day. Not just, did I make enough money to get by? Then it's a good day.
Gotcha. Like, going off of that, kind of... I guess it's not really grades. I don't know what I'm saying here.
Just amount of shit you do in the day?
So I had a 3 poop today and a 4. I'm just going to completely change topic. I'm sorry. I wanted to respond to what you said, but like I just couldn't. But yeah, I had a 3 and a 4 today, and the 4 was kind of rough.
I had the ideal today, and it was...
Yeah.
It came out clean.
It came out... No,
I don't know what you people... I don't know, for you listeners, I don't know what the ideal is, but that's a 4 on the Bristol stool chart. You can Google that yourselves, or I can describe it for you here. That's a...
Well, a 4 shouldn't come out clean. There should be... You should wipe, and there should be, like, shit there.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
A 3 comes out clean. Like, you
when
don't
I
have to
say
wipe.
clean, I mean it wasn't too terrible a mess.
Okay.
Now, folks, a 4, if you don't remember, is... it's like a long, smooth snake.
A long, smooth steak.
But yeah, no, I had that earlier today, and it was surprising because usually here's what my morning routine has been. It's been like, get up, you know, do some movement, yoga,
squats,
exercise, whatever, out in the home gym we got out there. And then usually that movement is enough to work the poop down the pipe. Usually I'm able to take like just a beastly shit after that.
Hey,
but,
it gets it up. It gets the poop moving. Yeah,
and then, you know, I feel great for work. The bowels have been cleaned out. I'm all stretched out and worked out. You know, I'm awake. Everything's taken care of.
Morning poops before work are definitely nice.
It's the move, dude. If you go to work with that kind of tension in your body... Then
with that amount of shit
built up, no, you're gonna have a bad day. You need to release. I've learned that. Always release the tension in your body before the shift starts.
Yeah, you gotta release other things too.
Dude, do you jerk off before work?
Not every day.
Like, yeah, obviously not every day, but like,
sometimes I'll wake up, I'll have a wank. Sometimes I'll be into it. Sometimes I won't be into it. Sometimes it feels like forced. Like I get up, I get up,
like,
but it gets up. It's like, really, I'm doing this, and I'm like, I might as well just.
We're halfway done. I'm like a pussy.
I'm already looking at stuff on my phone, so.
Like, at this point,
the video's already on.
At this point, it's not worth it to put it away. No, I mean, when I do it before work, on those days that it does happen, I feel like a little less distracted.
It feels good. I mean,
there's that.
Yeah,
but you're also working in the post-nut clarity, and that's
for like 15, maybe like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, there's that, but also there's I feel like there's part of it carries over in like throughout the rest of the day past the whatever 15-minute mark.
Yeah,
just like I've gotten that.
It kind of keeps your horny in check.
Yeah, like now you don't have to stare at boobs all
just
day.
like with the pooping, I guess.
Think about how not horny you are after you jerk off.
For maybe like 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes, you are not horny. And then it's just back to it again. You temporarily lifted the curse. Yo, horny is a curse.
Yeah, for me, 10 minutes.
Dude,
and then we get right back to square one.
Right back at square one again. Dude, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah.
I swear.
I have something to say. I don't know if I'm going to say it right now. It's kind of like an embarrassing story. It's not really embarrassing. I mean, no one knows except for me. It's like, we're just...
Tell it. Come on, we got... you got 4 minutes?
We can talk about something else for 4 minutes.
Whatever. What do you want to talk about?
We got poop out of the way.
We did get poop out of the way.
Have you seen any good movies? I was going to ask you if I looked to try and find Jackie Brown. Mm-hmm. It's on Hulu, but you got to pay for a Starz subscription. I was thinking we could watch that. But have you seen any good movies or TV shows lately?
TV shows. So
you've been watching that thing that your sister's watching? Was it Criminal Minds?
No, I haven't been watching Criminal Minds. I watched a lot of fucking anime, dude. A couple of them you might like though, cause I don't know, they do the real life part of it. All right.
For the record, I've only watched one anime, and it was.
I know exactly which one it is, but I'll let you try to remember it.
It was nice. It was like the guy, he gets on the bus and he goes to the school and it's like monsters and it's like what is it called?
I think it was
Rosario and Vampire, I think.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that. That's the only one I've ever watched.
That's old school horny, dude. Dude, I used to watch a couple of those shows just because that's kind of what got me into anime. It was just being horny in middle school.
Crippling hentai addiction.
Yeah, and then it kind of just fucking snowballed into a crippling hentai addiction.
I'm very particular about if I decide to. It's not a genre that I frequent.
Me neither. Not even. Just generally. No, I don't frequent.
I'm very particular about it with the animation. It can't be...
No, I appreciate the good art from the bad, even in that degenerate part of the internet.
Yeah.
I critique it, man. I admire quality in my hentai. I admire your artistic prowess if you're a good hentai artist.
God.
No.
Pixar animators animating a child farting for 15 hours.
How come they haven't animated a mom farting yet?
I've seen some of the fart videos. They haven't. It's just just ripping ass, and some people.
Dude, of all the fetishes, I don't think farting is one I'll understand.
Farting or, some people have ear fetishes.
Like, fucking it or.
You have something pretty small to fuck at your ear.
What part?
Just ears. I think ears, feet, kind of. They view ears
the
as
same way feet get you going.
Kind of like I could look at a boob and be like, that's a boob, but I don't look at an ear the same. Just looking at your ear, that's not.
I mean, that's the same with normal people and feet, I guess. But farts, that's an.
But fart.
That's an activity. It's not like you look at a fart and think and associate that with a genitalia.
Yeah, and
that's how the feet fetish works. You associate that image with
genitalia.
You don't associate a fart with that like the same way. I don't know how that fetish works.
And then that, what is it? Ms. Earthquake, stuff like that. I don't know how.
I don't know how you can be into getting crushed by a 300-pound woman.
Like, I get if you have a fat ass, like, lay it on me, but don't smother me.
Some people just like being smothered in ass, yo. All right, we're at 30 minutes. You want to take a break here?
Take a little breaky poo.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Well.
Hi, Mara. Hi, Kathy. Say, I won't be able to go to the game tonight, but Freddie will. This is Freddie Wilcox. Freddie, this is Mrs. Morrison. How do you do? Very, very glad to meet you. I want you to come in, meet my family. We're all getting ready to go to the game. Pete, hon. Oh, Freddie, this is Coach Morrison. Pete, Freddie just lives and breathes basketball. You're going to have so much to talk about.
What do you say?
What do you say?
I'm sure you're going to enjoy the game, Freddie.
They lost the last 5 in a row.
Oh, well, that's because half the team is,
Fred! Meet Liz. Hi, Freddie. And this is Rob. He's been very anxious to meet you.
Shake hands with him, Rob.
And this is my little one, Mary.
I'm gonna lock my door, too. Daddy said so.
Come on out, Betty Davis. She's always showing off.
Well, I hate to break up this magic moment, but the daddy has to go to work. Let's go.
Great idea.
Yeah, we gotta get there in time to see them lose.
Now, I hope you've had your supper. If not, we always have hot dogs at the game.
Don't worry about me. Everybody always throws me peanuts.
Why don't we adopt Eldridge Cleaver?
All right, try again.
Pooping in my poop.
Okay, welcome to the second half. Take 3.
Oh, God.
God damn it. Oh, we had like good 15-minute conversation. I don't know even what it was on because I deleted it already. It's all gone. Oh my God, it's so hard to come up with content.
Yeah, and it kind of this is really take 3, so
yeah,
we're not. I don't know if we want to go through. My balls were very flaccid. I just took a pee and like my balls are like.
Were they hanging?
Yeah, they were hanging.
What's up with that? Are you used to scrunched up balls or something?
It's
peeing in cold places?
A little, yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes they're scrunched.
I mean,
sometimes
you have been sitting like that the whole time, and that does warm your balls up.
Like, yeah, my legs are.
When you cross your legs, your balls get nice and toasty. I mean, but generally down here, it's pretty cold, and your balls will scrunch up. I frequently wake up with hard nipples. But you know, like I said, that having that gym out there is the shit. I mean, like I said, I get to that before I get to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
And I'm just, lifting a bit just warms me up enough to where I don't need a blanket anymore. Yeah.
My room gets really hot.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
It's not the best. Cause like I can't just sleep with like a single just sheet or blanket. I kind of like to. I like to be comforted by like something because like I feel safe and secure.
I like
I'm
the
not the only one
of
in my
the soft touch of a woman.
Yeah.
I like to hug my blanket.
I kind of sometimes I'll wrap around like one of my pillows and just do that. I don't know how you sleep. I sleep. You gotta tell the people I sleep like this.
So he's kind of on his side
on my side and
sort of fetal position with his hands in a praying position between his legs.
Yeah.
See, I do that, but when I touch like flesh on flesh, like under a blanket, I just sweat right in that spot where my leg is touching my other leg. It's just a wet spot there. No. And that feels gross on a blanket, just a wet spot.
I don't get wet spots.
Well, I sweat if I just have a part that's particularly, heated. So, folded legs under a blanket will heat up the part where my legs are folded, and I'll sweat there.
But yeah, that's how I sleep.
I gotta sleep on my side. Sleeping on my back's fucking hard.
Yeah.
I gotta say, though, staying up until 4 in the morning, just smoking weed and eating until you pass out sitting up is it's not the most healthy thing to do, but god damn it, is it glorious.
Yeah.
That's the only time I can fall asleep in an upright position.
Either that or if I'm just really tired. Today I kind of just hid in the shop at work and I kind of just sat in the chair and I was dozing off a little in school.
Yeah?
Like I used to in high school. You just
I hate that feeling of...
you used to do this and you're like, whoa.
I hate the feeling where you got shit to do and you're dozing off like that.
Yeah.
In school, if you're actually trying to pay attention and you can't help but doze off.
It's another thing. Why would we have literature or something like poetry? What was the one English class? Britlit. Why do we have that in the morning?
I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Literature and poetry.
Well, I think anything in the morning before you've had a chance to move your body around a bit is stupid.
Yeah.
That goes back to fucking having PE every year was the greatest part of high school.
I thought you were just going to say having pee.
Having pee was the greatest part of high school. Just having that refreshment every single day. No, I mean, I had lifeguard training for one. I had regular PE for another, powerlifting another year. And that was just fun.
Yeah, it was probably a good distraction from everything else.
Every semester where I had a PE class was the best semester of that year.
Can we name drop teachers? Can I name drop a teacher?
Just do the first initial.
He taught Britlit, and I think you had him, Mr. M. I think he was a closeted.
Yeah, that Mr.
Yeah, he had the weird talk.
We'll just call him Mark.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, we'll call them by their first names. Mr. Mark.
Mr. Mark was... it was something else.
Dude, I gotta say that was the saddest class I've ever been in. He talked in this monotone gay voice.
It wasn't that gay, though. It was
a little. He had that little S at the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every gay guy's
I feel bad for him, every single class.
Yeah. He liked his job, but every single class he taught, he got all the dumb kids.
Mm-hmm.
And dumb kids aren't nice to gay people. Especially gay teachers. Dude, they bullied him, dude. It was so sad. I felt bad for him. But at the same time, you gotta be more of an engaging teacher. You can't be talking with a monotone voice like that.
You gotta have something. You remember Steve with his testing sweater?
Dude,
Steve was cool.
He was a great teacher.
Steven.
With the power to rip apples in two.
I got put in the stupid, I got put in the really dumb algebra class freshman year.
I did too. I was with Christian in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was back when he was big.
I had Robert in mine.
Dude, you know who else was in mine?
We're fucking name dropping people again.
Well, we're doing their first names. It's fine. Big Nate.
Oh, Big.
You know which. Tall kid, kind of dumb. I can't even...
Smoked weed out of a light bulb?
Yeah.
Tall.
Dude, that's what crackheads do.
You should have said tall.
That's why I said big.
Well, big is...
Well, that's true. That could imply fat. And usually when we're talking, it does mean fat.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember I got put in... And he was really cool. Freshman year, I was not good at, anything. Freshman year was a little rough. I don't know.
Freshman year was me trying to fit in with as many groups as I could. So I was just trying to get chill with, at least at a base level with everyone.
I was kind of just trying to get used to high school and...
That shit didn't work, dude. I didn't get invited to a single party.
Yeah.
God damn.
freshman and maybe I guess kind of a little bit of sophomore year. It was kind of that weird phase, because I was good friends with Alex. I'm not gonna say his last name. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like we were like, he was probably my best friend through like middle school, probably up to like freshman, sophomore year, and I don't know. It was like because it was like only him. Like I still knew you, but like not on the level I do now, and it's kind of just like that. And I was kind of a loner, like freshman and sophomore year.
God damn. What happened to our friendship in middle school, dude?
We were pretty good in 8th grade, and then freshman, I think we just got lost in the sea of high school. You know?
It was
the
just
transition.
Yeah. And then we just kind of found our way back. And
again, I think it was that summer that you and Nut came over, and we just threw the chickens. Yeah, we
just got bored, realized we couldn't make any friends or get invited to parties, and then we kind of just threw chickens out of a tree instead.
And that was
fun.
It was good.
I mean, then there's the drug arc of of high school.
I think really, if you want to get into stuff, I'll let you get into it. But
go on.
The first couple times we did edibles over at Matt's house, those were some good times,
dude. That's how
it was good because like I didn't have that thing. It didn't really I didn't really care as much as I did now to like how bad it fucked me up and whatnot. It was
back then it was. I think that was a good experience, having just one place where we could all kind of safely do it, and in edible form too.
Oh yeah, gummies.
That was cool, because I hear Matt say like he's been chasing that one since we did it. I don't think we'll ever be able to get as high as we did first time.
I cannot get that high and enjoy it.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah,
until. It'd have to be kind of like the same circumstances.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was also the point in our lives where we were doing it in high school. Just definitely the timing of it.
Yeah.
It felt kind of rebellious, but at the same time, kind of like cool.
So, we're good. We're going to go over. We're going to eat some edibles, get fucked up.
Get it? Like, it was the first kind of, all right, we're about to get together and do some up to no good shit.
Yeah.
And, it was kind of refreshing at the time. Now it means nothing, which is unfortunate. But at the time, it was, I think every high schooler should. I don't think every high schooler, but I think a lot of people should experience that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what's the alternative? You get into something worse.
Yeah, I like also an alternative. Like, what if we didn't have that summer where we kind of, I guess, I don't know, like, I want to say like reconnected, but I guess it's reconnected, a newfound kind of.
Yeah, it's hard to say where we would have ended up otherwise.
That's scary to think about if I didn't have all you guys.
Like I said, you guys are kind of what keeps me sane these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like going to work every day is shit. I'm working myself to death.
Especially with you in school now, and
yeah, it's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
But having just people you're cool with to go hang out with, and
having that good group that we do, it's really nice.
A privilege. Everybody needs like just a friend group.
Oh yeah.
I don't think enough people prioritize that.
And it's good because we all kind of have, like, we're all kind of friends, but then we kind of have, like, nice little subsections
just little relationships within the group. Like, I'm close with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also close with Matt, but in a different way.
Yeah. And, like, Matt and Nut, I feel kind of like, I guess maybe if they're off at college, they're kind of maybe how we are.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, like, with... you maybe throw Gabe into the mix, and then you got like Griffin, like Jacob, Paxton.
Yeah, I mean
all that. Like they're kind of a trio and whatnot. Gabe.
It's just little smaller relationships coming together to build like a big friend group.
And we
but
can all still
Yeah.
like laugh at the same stupid shit. And
But I think there's something to be said about having the friend group as opposed to just having a couple good friends.
mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you surround yourself with just the same people, then what if they're wrong about something? Like, what if you surround yourself with just a bunch of drunks?
Yeah.
And you're a drunk yourself. You're going to become an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
But if you also have the bigger circle, and, like, in that bigger circle, there's better people.
You can kind of, like, mix and match.
Yeah, you get a mix, and you kind of need that constructive mix.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's comfortable to have a few I'm particularly close with.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since you and Matt are, like, so different. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get yourself a fucking friend group, dude. You need it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you'll end up a loser.
I don't know what you people are doing out there if you don't have a good couple of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think 4, like, because that summer, I remember it was just, like, you, me, Matt, and Nut, and it was just the 4 of us, and...
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Dude, we could have had orgies and shit. Orgies. God damn.
I mean, I was trying to go for Nut's ass, but he wasn't having it.
He wasn't, dude. Let's talk about drug stories, dude. The first time I ever bought drugs was at a park near where I live. And I was like it was like freshman year or something.
Was that the time that you went on bike? I think
Yeah.
we were at Nut's house.
Yeah,
and I
we
had to
were-
go home.
We were hanging at Nut's house, and we were there until, like... I
It was
wanna
like
say,
10.
It was like 8 when you left.
No, it was already like, it was like 9 or 10 because it got dark.
Yeah.
And then
I was
like
supposed to meet this plug at the park at, like, 9, and they didn't show up at then, so they said they'd be there at 10. Didn't show up at 10.
Oh,
I leave Nut's house at, like, 10. Remember, I'm, like, a freshman year, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. My parents keep, like, relatively short leash on me, so they're already, like, for me to be out as late as I am. I know, 10 o'clock, that's pussy shit, but for me, it was out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in this park waiting for this guy to show up, and my fucking mom calls me a couple times while I'm there. Like, where are you? And I'm, like, hiding around the park because at this point, she had sent my dad to go look for me in the park because I did have his bike, too.
And didn't you have to make up some shit like you drop, or did you actually drop, like, your headlight?
I did actually drop the headlight. So to stall for time and wait for the stupid plug to show up, I, like, told my parents on the phone that I had dropped the light on the bike, which actually did happen. I had, like, dropped it in the dark. So I was going back to look for it. And as I'm going back to look for it and find it, like, they show up in the car, but I'm still on the phone with my mom. I go up to the car and get the shit. While I'm on the phone, the kids in the car are laughing their asses off because, like, what is this idiot doing?
Good God.
Like, I'm in mid-conversation with my mom. I'm like, nobody's here. It's just me in the park. And, yeah, long story short, I accidentally gave them a 10 for 2 grams, and then they came back while my dad was pretty close.
God.
That gave me my second heart attack for the night.
Some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I used to hide my fucking weed in bags of coffee beans to mask
I
the
remember
smell.
that. You had that, like, bomber jacket, and you carry around that bag of
The
coffee
drug
beans.
jacket. I had a jacket that I'd call it the drug jacket because that's where I hid all my shit. But on this particular night, this is the one I would fill with fucking... I wouldn't fill the jacket. I'd fill, like, a Ziploc bag with just coffee beans because it would overpower the smell. And it worked, but goddamn did it
Very
take up
crude.
space. It's very crude, very fucking childish in my opinion now. Because smell-proof bags exist.
Yeah.
That was stupid, dude. And you know what happened to that? The funniest thing. So I smoked like half of that with Matt at one point. It was like the first time like either of us were, you know, like smoking weed to get high. And on our way back, I like panicked because I was like, oh, I'm too high. And I don't know where to hide the weed in my house. Because I know I couldn't think of like just another place. So you know what I did with the rest of it? I just fucking threw it in the sewer.
Oh.
It was so sad. Oh my god. So that was the first drug deal, I can't believe my fucking parents, like, my dad came to the park to look for me,
Yeah,
too.
I don't know how I would handle that situation.
Dude, I was fucking panicked, but I was determined for some reason to get this goddamn bud. It was my first time. I didn't want to cancel on the plug and look uncool because I don't know if... I think at the time I was thinking I wouldn't be able to buy from him again, which I never did anyway. That was, like, that's so unprofessional. Who shows up 2 hours late?
Yeah.
I mean, 1 hour is reasonable if you're a weed dealer, but 2, come on. Then there was the first time on gummies. What a wild night.
That was fun.
Dude, you were hitting on nuts so hard.
I was. I mean, I think you've said it. Was it? Yeah, you know, it brings out the gay.
It brings out the gay, yeah. If you smoke weed, you are a homosexual. I mean, take Pride Month, for example.
Gay Ramadan.
Gay Ramadan. I don't know. What else you want to talk about?
You know, I guess really chasing that first high, that's kind of something, again, I've never really been able to experience. Like, I can't, if there's, like, other people around, like, I'm so paranoid. It's like...
Yeah, I don't know how we were able to kind of create such a safe feeling, I guess.
Yeah, it was just in his basement. It's like, Mom, just don't come down, just leave us. And
yeah, I mean, we weren't worried about shit. I mean, I don't care about paranoia or anything like that anymore, but I can see how you would be.
It's just, yeah, paranoia, like, it messes up the way I think and, like, how I talk and...
Yeah, I think how different people deal with that feeling is, like, you know, those are the kinds of people who would handle weed better than others.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, some people take it differently.
Yeah, you know, like, I can't really handle it well if there's other people, or if, like, I don't know, if, like, if I'm out in public, that'd maybe be a different thing. Like, if I'm out in public and if there's just in, like, a different city or town or whatever.
Yeah, I
that'd
mean, then it's like, I'm never going to see these people again.
Yeah.
No worries. But, you know, I don't know. There's a feeling of no consequences there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, I think it came with maturity, too. Like, you have more to think about, too, now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got shit to deal with. A job
Yeah.
to keep if you
Like,
were to get high in public or something, or whatever reason.
Like, when we saw Sonic, I wouldn't necessarily call that a bad trip, because it wasn't a trip. It was just... it was just a very... I was just tense and paranoid. I was just thinking about, like, the next, okay, how am I going to be able to drive home? Which, that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm going to be high the next day.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's just what weed does to you.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it does it to everyone. Like I said, it's how you deal with that feeling of paranoia and panic.
Again, but
some people are more comfortable with that feeling of, oh, what am I going to do in the next second than others?
Yeah, for some people, that's... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you put it best. Like, I'm not at the point in my life where
there's no consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're very aware of those, too, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially with earning your own shit.
Yeah, but, you know, it's like I could still probably get away with something.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's still, weed will make the thought in the back of your mind come out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it does.
Just affects the way that I think, and then that affects the way that I act for whatever the situation may be, and it's...
Mm-hmm. You know, dealing with that unprepared is just unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of first highs suck, and why our first one in the basement was so much... Like, it's why I think everybody should have one like that as opposed to...
Oh, yeah, those first couple of times, that was
Yeah.
probably the best, where it was just, you have nothing going on, you don't have anything to worry about.
Like, a situation like the gummies in Matt's basement is completely different from my first, like, real time getting high, which was, oh, this is a relevant drug story. So I went to my cousin's house because we were going to some kind of party, and the goal was to pregame, get fucked up before, and I went over to with him into like just the projects basically, just the poor part of town. So we go into this random dude's house, don't know him. It's just a bunch of hoodlums. I'll call them that. That's what they were. And we so they had this bong that was basically cut out of a water bottle, a 2-liter.
Oh God.
They called it a gravity bong. So what they did was they cut off the top pointy half, the cone. They filled the bottom kind of circular part with water, and then the cone part, what you would do is you would submerge half of it in water.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. And the part where it's the cap is carved into the bowl. So the weed goes into the part that's now the cap, or the, bowl, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, the suction from, pulling up that part from the water draws the weed down, whatever, and you get a dummy toke, whatever.
Dummy toke.
You get a dummy toke. And long story short, that fucked me up as a wee sophomore. And, greening out's not a good experience when you're a kid.
Oh, was that when you...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just smoking too much to the point where you're just throwing up. And then you crash after.
I remember when you told me about that.
Yeah. I felt pretty weak at the time. It just felt like a hangover, really, though.
I did have another good experience with a bong and some other friends. That was another good experience where it was just like, same thing, it was just a friend's basement and his grandparents, and he never came down. It was...
Yeah. I don't think parents realize the value to experiences like that.
Oh, not at all. Especially my parents being as old as they are.
Yeah, it's a very new idea that you can get a positive experience out of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it really does make you happier to have, just a really fun time with your friends.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Like, every now and then, life's hard enough where something like that would really help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't get that enough. But the stigma around drugs, plants this idea that you can't do something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think a lot of people are like, oh, you do drugs once, you're gonna turn, but it's like...
You're gonna turn gay. You smoke weed, you're gonna turn gay, son. Can't do that. But no, it really does, there can be rich experiences from it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every thought you have, at least in the beginning, feels like a great idea. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, but other times, maybe a great idea is a really great idea.
Some good, clean fun.
Yeah, some wouldn't call it clean, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's just a good time.
It's cleaner than other kinds of fun you could be having.
Yeah. And
probably would instead. I mean, just look at my brother.
Oh, yeah, with some of the stuff he does, it's...
Yeah. I was saying, like you were saying, kids are just going to get more and more promiscuous as the generations, go on.
Yeah.
Just at a base level. They'll start from a, more promiscuous starting line.
I know what it is with those. I still see them as 8th graders. But, that whole generation, I don't know, they're raised on a whole different type of music. They're really...
I don't even think it's the music that they're raised on.
Yeah, I know, not music, but they're just brought into, this whole new set of culture, and it's
I mean, they're coming in at
the culture is what's promiscuous, and they just follow that.
Mm-hmm. Just look at how fucking promiscuous gay pride is. They get there. You got kids fucking dressed in, bikinis and shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's just the way this culture is going. Yeah. A more promiscuous, sexually open thing.
Especially your brother, he radiates like that.
Yeah. A lot of good can come out of that, just generally in the future. Maybe that means sex education will get better.
Yeah.
But right now, in this intermittent period between then and where we were, we're kind of in this weird spot where nobody knows the rules yet. It's just getting more and more promiscuous. And there's no rules set.
Yeah. I think with our, I don't want to say generation, but because like he's exactly like 4 years behind us.
Yeah.
Like when we were freshmen, it was what? Our freshman year was 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a different time.
I mean, there was definitely a share of that type of people in our generation.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like there's so much more.
There's so much more of it. I think the people that in our group, and by group I mean like our like the class of 2023, as in college graduating, because that's the year. What am I trying to say here? Like, your brother's group was just like a very small portion of our group, but I feel like that's now the majority with your brother's group of people.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, there was a minority in our grade, our generation, kind of a small promiscuous minority, but that minority's kind of just most of them now.
Yeah, it's the majority now.
I don't even think it's most of them, because he talks a lot about the kids who are, like, he kind of talks as if he and only a select few are at the top.
Yeah. And
he talks about how most of the boys in his grade, though, don't stand a chance still. Like, maybe Frankie's just the alpha, and like his group is just a bunch of the alphas, but other than that, it's still relatively the same proportion as it was in our grade.
Yeah, and maybe he's just in that part, and we are, because we have different high school experiences.
Yeah, but if it is like a generation-wide thing and it is getting more promiscuous, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't think so. Do you think you were satisfied with your high school experience?
I think I was, but I don't think academically at all, no. I think...
Yeah, and academically, no.
Like, I think I had rich life experiences through high school.
It just got better every year, and senior was the best. But yeah, academically, no, but like friends and all that other stuff wise, it was nice.
Everything but the school part was going well. Like, I could do well in school whenever I tried to, but that never really mattered at all to me at all. It does now, doing well in school, because I care about my future.
And also, I think it's because a lot of the responsibility is shouldered on you now. Like my mom, she would like kind of watch my grades, be like, "Oh, did you turn in this assignment?" And it's like, "Well," and I think that's like one of the reasons why I didn't do. It's like, why are you telling me to do this? I don't want to do it. It's
now you're kind of holding yourself to your own standard.
Exactly.
Yeah, and having to do that,
it makes a world of difference. Like,
it's
my own thing. I got to do this. I got to stay on top of it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of people who find themselves depressed, is they're not holding themselves to their own standard.
Like, that's the thing you mentioned earlier with like coming in late to work. Like, that's just my standard of like, if I have to work, I have to work. I'm not coming in 30
on my part
late.
Like being willing to come in a few minutes late for whatever reason because it's a bad day, that's just a bad work ethic at the end of the day. That's me not holding myself to a higher standard.
The only latest I'll be, and I haven't really been late in like over a year, which is like is like traffic or something, and I'll be like, I've called my boss maybe like 5 or 6 times, like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna be a little late," and then I don't end up being late. It's just traffic, and I left.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little shit at work. Kind of abuse the fact that they need me, mainly because, like I said, I feel like I'm not serving society well in my job.
I also
did we record that conversation?
Yeah,
we did.
About how people should like give back to.
No. About like, how our jobs feel meaningful and shit. Was that off
during the break?
I think that was during the break.
No.
But I do think it was off mic.
It was off mic.
Yeah. like I was saying, though, your job, you're taking care of old people. You're making them comfortable in their last years.
It's just, you don't feel how I feel at work. Like, you're not, I would call myself not like a key asset, but definitely an asset. Yeah. At work. Mm-hmm.
Again, you're more of a key asset in society than I am. Like, both of us are doing arguably unskilled labor, but at the same time, mine feels more like it's not benefiting society as much as yours.
Mm-hmm. It's not really benefiting anyone except for the redneck just buying his crossbow.
Yeah. Like, how good does that feel? Especially as a black man. Yeah. Like, really? How the fuck does that feel?
You're not going to get satisfaction from that, and you don't.
I get 0 out of it, out of selling that redneck his crossbow. But if I had a job like yours where I'm, like, I feel good about making an old person's day a little easier.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just like the simplest of things, like, oh, what are we having for lunch? And you're just like, oh, thank you. And
yeah. They're nicer, too,
shit.
there.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're a whole lot nicer.
Don't get me wrong. We do have...
Yeah.
There are old people. Not all of them are nice. But I'd say, honestly, like a good 3/4, because not all of them are nice.
Yeah. Not all old people are built equal.
But most of them are good. And
yeah.
And it's also like getting to know them better. Mm-hmm. Like after a year, you clean someone's room for a certain amount of time. You get to know them and whatnot. And
yeah, and do you really want to get to know the regulars at Bass Pro?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't. Like, come on.
First of all, why are you a regular at Bass Pro? Like,
yeah, no, dude. Not the biggest fan of it.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't know if I'd call it a problem, but I think that's just something that people struggle with when getting like a first job or...
Yeah. Mine was definitely an opportunist thing because everybody else was like turning me down, so this was my only option.
Yeah, it's like when I worked at Target, like it was just kind of because of the money. It's like, oh, okay, I'm here because of that, and I didn't really feel. It's like the money is now. It's kind of just like secondary to what I do.
Yeah. As much as I try to convince myself of the discount being worth it, at the end of the day, am I really that into outdoor shit? No.
I mean, it's a pretty good discount.
It is a great discount.
Outdoor stuff.
But it wouldn't be my first choice of discounts. Of places to get a discount at.
Yeah.
But at the same but again, this wasn't my first choice for a job.
Especially being our age, there's not much where we can go.
Yeah, we don't get many options.
Satisfaction. Mm-hmm. I think I'm a minority in that group.
Yeah, I don't even think we know what would satisfy us most of the time.
I know, because this is still like, because we're still in school. Yeah. But it's like for now, for me, this is fine.
Yeah. I think the fact that you branched out definitely helped you, got out of your comfort zone to find that this does, in fact, satisfy you.
Yeah, like, I kind of took a risk, too, applying for a receptionist job.
Like, you didn't know what you were getting into, but luckily it turned out like, hey, it's not so bad.
And I'm sure for some people it probably turned out the exact opposite, and it's just too bad for them. They don't like it, but...
Really, my job isn't all that bad if I have the right headspace for it. Mm-hmm. Like, at the beginning of college, where I kind of did that weird 180, like, my job felt good to go to every day.
Yeah?
Like, I was completely sober. It was
like no smoke like, September.
It's like, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to fucking, serve the public, do some right. The fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
God damn. Like, now I'm a little more weary of it because of just how many people I've dealt with there. Mm-hmm. Like, gotten a taste for it, and now it's just like, all right. Yeah. Every retail place is going to be like this. Gotta.
And it's like I could apply my skills, like my resume with like over a year of experience now. Yeah. I could apply that to something even higher. And
one of the things I really like is that they switch me to customer relations.
That's good on a resume.
Yeah. Thing about that is it's just getting away from fucking just cashing, registering, whatever you want to call it, ringing. Fucking hate doing just that.
Yeah.
It's the same robotic kind of conveyor belt experience.
Are you good at like we're sleepy out here, folks. It's oh god,
It's like
12:30
Jesus Christ.
I know you mentioned like conveyor belt, but like, are you good with like handing back money now? Like, can you like total stuff up?
What do you mean?
Because like if someone's total is like 1654, can you like, do you know the change for that?
Depending on how much they hand back, yeah. But
or do you just put in how much and then it tells you what to give them back?
It tells me what to give them back. I'm really bad at mental math still.
Yeah, math is.
And sometimes the customer will make me have to do it. It's like, count that out for me. And I'm like, bitch, no.
Yeah, you also have to deal with, I guess, what I would call kind of entitled people.
There is a huge sense of entitlement with some people.
Especially with like, oh, you gotta be a good worker. He has
yeah, like, especially with the older people. Like, I'll never get a younger customer that yells at me.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Because it's like, same way, like, if we interact with someone who's younger, like a young fast food worker, it's just, oh, you're doing their thing.
But older people feel this sense of entitlement where they have to receive the best service because they worked that hard when they were a kid. They probably didn't even work that hard when they were a kid.
They did jack shit.
They did jack. They feel like they deserve the best treatment and everything to be perfect.
Who is Jack and why did they do him?
Like, the only respect for my job that I have, it's that I'm making life that much easier for people. It's like, this is what goes on behind the scenes to make life as seamlessly easy as it is day to day. Like, this is the cost of, I guess, consumer capitalism. This is, the comforts that have to be given up by some people.
Yeah.
This is what some people have to deal with in order for you to be conveniently happy, I guess.
I guess it's also with how your work treats you. Like, did you guys have like a Christmas party or something? Or
A Christmas party?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Did you guys have like a Christmas party? Like, anything for the holidays special like that?
I mean, we do an extra $5 on your credit card when you sign up around the holiday season. Hey, yo. You want to know how you can save $20 today, ma'am? Let me tell you. If you sign up for our MasterCard, all right, you have to get approved. And that's the sales pitch.
How do you get approved?
How do you get approved? You have to have a high enough credit score.
Oh.
But no, that's the pitch I got to throw in every day. I hate it.
But like our work, they do it every year. They throw us a big Christmas party to kind of give back to the employees. Like, this year, or I guess last year, 2019,
they give us ham.
They give you ham.
They gave me a whole ham.
They gave us a whole turkey and an apple pie for Thanksgiving.
My whole ham is in the freezer right now. So is John John's. We still haven't eaten it.
Oh God! But like, we had a big Christmas party at I don't want to name drop the place, but I'll call it the Village. It was like they rented out a whole thing. There was meals and...
What the hell? They don't do that for us.
Yeah, and like they raffled off gifts.
Christmas
like,
time
everyone went home with a gift.
Christmas time is hell.
Oh,
for retail work, you idiot.
Yeah, that's right.
Christmas time is hell. This is not the season of giving. It is the season of giving up.
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah, they had like 5 TVs they raffled off. All that. I won the air fryer, and I also won like a little coffee basket too. But like, everyone went home with a gift. It was really nice.
Yeah. That's nice that work treats you as well as they do, especially around the holiday season. They think their discount is good enough to treat us year round. I don't think it is.
No.
You make us work through hazards without hazard pay, and you work us like dogs through Christmas and now. Now is worse than Christmas for retail.
Or is that just because of COVID?
It is. But that doesn't get rid of the fact that it's worse than Christmas time.
Oh, that's really
and it's
saying
summer.
Something.
That's fucking insane. Yeah, like, God, the amount of people who are coming out to go shop right now, everybody feels the need to go spend all their money.
I still have not felt that need at all. At least not to go out in person.
Yeah.
I guess really, well, when I was building my PC, but like just to go to the mall to go shopping, I still don't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, even there, I didn't see anything worth getting while we could go shopping.
And it's also still kind of the fact that, like, I just don't really want to be out in public with that many people.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
But a lot of people seem to be comfortable enough to go through that just to get that, you know, feeling of, oh, I can buy whatever I want when I want while I'm walking around with my family or some shit. I don't get the appeal of doing all that.
Yeah. Especially right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are we at? I feel like we're at a...
I think we made some good time for this episode. We got some editing going, you know, a little high quality editing for you guys.
Intro song.
You're welcome for that. Like, if you want more of that, you can you got Cash App. Goddamn.
If anyone actually like did listen to this point, like comment some, I don't know.
Yeah,
some funny
I don't know.
We could incorporate, and what do you like to hear?
Give us some ideas, man, because we're shooting in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys want to hear? I don't know. You want to plug some shit?
Instagram at Turkey Dude.
Twitter at Designip.
Designip.
Designip. All right. See you, folks.